Hi, welcome back, my power brain friend and person in the memory land of imagination. I want to touch base again with you. And today I want to tell you about a super list, which at the moment has 12 subjects as a list, sorted as a list, and it can be added to. One of my participants, he wants to go to 18,000. Okay, so let's see how that will work out. Okay, so at the moment, just 12 of them. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to make strange hand symbols, and I explain to them to you later. Okay, so that you can write them down and repeat them from memory yourself. Okay, so here we go. Geniuses. Now I'm touching my knees. Artists, I touch my rear. Composers, scientists, writers, monarchs, geography, languages, literature, elements. This is really the strangest sign here. The human body and the solar system, which is about your own life, your autobiography. Okay, so there were 12 subjects in the right order. Now I give you numbers because these subjects are attached to a number and the numbers give you an environment. So I give you the numbers first. 1,000, 1,200 on my knees, 1,400 on my rear, 1,600, 1,800, 2,000, 4,000. That's why the 4 fingers. Then that's the Roman number L, which means 50, but there's 5,000 meaning on my back, my lower back. Now I jump over my shoulders, which I already had 1,600. Then here we are on 7,000, 8,000, and the 2 fingers represent 200 of 8,000, 8,200 and 9,000. So I'll go back to the numbers and I'll say to you which environment we're in. You have to imagine an environment to these numbers. So 1,000 is about sound, and the sound has to start with S, so singers. So wherever in your imagination you find an environment where singers would be. Let's say there are singers doing in different voices, a cappella singing, whatever, what comes just to my mind. Then I touch my knees, which is 1,200. It's about sound, but nigh. That's the sound that horses make. So you're probably on a ranch, breeding horses. Then I touch my rear, and that gives you 1,400. And the sound is raw. Wildcats roar. So you're somewhere in the wild and look after wildcats. Then here's the 1,600, and that's the sound shh. Wherever you have to be silent in a library, or you want somebody to shut up and say shh. That's why they're called scientists. Then you've got here 1,800, and that is sound, but violence. So these writers, for example, Sherlock Holmes, for example, I'm not talking about the writers on the detective, and he's always playing the violin when he wants to solve a case or he's very close to solve a case. So here the same thing, the writers play the violin in order to get inspiration to write. Then we get 2,000, and that is about smell. So the smell of seaweed, maybe you're on a beach. Then we've got we're jumping, 4,000, and that is about touching sand. Again, we're on a beach, but now it's about touching the sand. Then we've got 5,000, and that's about languages. Okay, so so we are, let's say, at 5,500. Okay, it's a language starting with 5, and it's an L language. The word is love, and there I put the Italian language, and because they're apparently great lovers. Okay, so everything, the theme is love, that about hearts and things. Okay, then we jump to 7,000. Those are birds, and in this case, seagulls. Then we've got 8,000. That's about the rainbow colors, and the first rainbow color is red. So everything is red there, maybe bloody. Then 8,200 is the color yellow. So that's the third color. So 0 is red, 1 is orange, and 2 is yellow. So everything to do with sulfur, or there was just a forest burned up and the smoke is still in the air, and there's a yellow sunrise and makes the smoke yellow. Yeah, and then we are at 9,000. That's about planets. So the first object in the solar system is the sun. So that is all about the sun at 9,000. And then you put it all together. And so I would just say now, it is more difficult to say the subjects and then the numbers, to say the numbers and then the subjects easier. So here we go. So you can practice this with me. Okay, so here we go. So this already indicates 1,000. So I'm thinking about 1,000, but I have to say first the subject. So geniuses, 1,000. I touch my knees. I think 1,200. And this artist, 1,200. Then I touch my rear, and it's composers. That's 1,400. And maybe think of compost connected to your rear. Okay, then you go, shh. That is scientists, and it's 1,600. Writers, 1,800. Monarchs, 2,000. Geography, 4,000. Literature, no. Languages, 5,000. Literature, 7,000. The elements, 8,000. Human body, like bones, muscles, organs, brain parts, 8,200. And the solar system, your life, 9,000. So that's enough for me today. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you back next time, maybe tomorrow. Okay, bye now.